Welcome, everybody. It is I, the Kid, and some random fool hosting the Crew podcast. And we are here today. Would you like to introduce yourself to the community?
Beast mode in the
Beast
building.
mode.
It's your boy Mouse the Beast.
Welcome to the show. We appreciate you popping in. And, to get things going a little bit, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and why you do it.
Well, I'm a all around hustler, but I'm a rap artist from Chicago and locally based out of Phoenix, but internationally known through my music. Um, Other than that, I'm a host and most importantly a father and husband. So
Excellent.
a
Let's go.
man of many hats. And I
All
know how to
right.
do a lot of dope shit. So if you come across me, don't be scared to talk shit, smoke with me, put some of the za in the air. Just no mids.
Let's go. Standards. You got to keep those standards.
All right. Excellent. And
Yes, sir.
with music nowadays, there's so many niche parts, and yeah, I guess when we were younger, rap music only broke down into so many categories. What would you consider your particular kind of rap music, and what was your real inspiration behind your music, and the type of people that influenced you?
My category that I fall in is mostly reality rap because I'm telling about my reality of things I've been through or things I've seen and know about other people going through. Um, what inspired me was people like Tupac being able to tell his story through music and rally the troops, as you might say, like get people on the same accord, going toward the same goal. I feel like he could have been the first black president. So I definitely was a big fan of Tupac. And what was the third part of the question? I'm too hot.
Yeah, it's all right. You were kind of leading into it already, but I was talking about the different people that you kind of look for inspiration, and the different musical artists that you kind of look towards and inspire you in your music and how you speak.
Oh yeah, people like Devin the Dude.
Mm,
You know that Redman. Got to see him this weekend. He was at
yeah, he's dope.
Assumption Park and shit. I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him. He was sitting across from me. But people like that kept a goal in mind with their music. So we pushing a line of we was pushing a line of getting weed legal, and now it's mostly legal in most of the states. It still need to get legal down south because it's horrible in
Straight
Tennessee.
up.
Where
Mhm.
yeah, I just inspired by the greats, like the people that most people know, like Biggie, uh, Common, who was from Chicago. I definitely look up to a lot of big
Yeah.
Chicago artists, minus Kanye. Uh,
Scratch one.
he a dope producer, but as far as the artistry, as far as spitting, I feel like he don't even write that shit his damn self. So
Mhm.
he
Oh,
need
no?
to come holler at me. I know a lot of his ghostwriters, honestly, being from Chicago.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know
he
a
has
lot of
a
people who
good
write,
amount of ghosts.
but that around that I would say those are the people that inspire me to do what I do and continue to aim at. I always been a student of the game, so I'm always studying artists like Wiz Khalifa, Two Chains. I get a lot of comparisons to Two Chains because our voice is similar when I do music.
Okay.
So I study what made him great. Well, study what make him successful. You know, it's a lot more than just doing music. The music is more so like a commercial for your lifestyle.
How long have you been doing the music?
I've been doing it professionally since '04. Damn near 20 years in the game. Next year, I'm going to be celebrating 20 years and 20 years of my first album coming out. I'm low key one of them guys. Just be humble about it, you know.
All right, and then I know you mentioned growing up in Chicago and everything. We're all desert rats here, and we're not quite familiar with the East Coast. I can't speak for Frankie, I suppose, but tell me a little bit about Chicago, if you don't mind, and what it was like growing up, and the different type of things that led you to where you are now.
It was dangerous, but we didn't know it was that dangerous because that's all you know.
Right.
So danger was fun coming up, and like even in first, second grade, I was like gang banging like from the start, and it was just like something to do. Like every week, someone else was a different leader. So my week that I was the leader, everybody got suspended from school because we beat everybody up. I was like, I don't know if I'm a good leader for that or bad, but we beat their ass.
That shit was lit. Yeah.
We was little ass kids coming home with pink slips on and shit, man. It was crazy. Like that's how we knew that's how they knew we got in trouble at school. They was like pin a pink slip to your shirt.
Everyone could see you.
Man, everybody know he got in trouble. Your cousin might tell on you before you if you had the paper. So I grew up in a kind of wild environment, but it was definitely a lot of structure at the same time with the real gang situation that was around me. I learned a lot of discipline as far as being respectful to your elders, helping women when they come home with the groceries, whether it's your grandma or not. If you see them on the block, help them bring them groceries in the house and just protecting your neighborhood, protecting your block, the little kids. Can't nobody just come through and snatch a little kid on your watch. Like I was taught that at an early age. So it's like each one teach one. You teach the next person that's coming up under you. So I feel like coming up in that environment made me be able to live anywhere. So I feel like that's why I thrive when I went out of town to Tennessee and also being in the desert. Thank y'all for having me. But yeah, like it's a beautiful thing when you come up in that tough of an environment. Everything else seems kind of easy.
Fucking hey, we're learning all the necessary tools that you need to be
Oh
able to
yeah.
fucking not survive but prosper. You know.
Yep. So I feel like I could live in the hood here if I had to, and I did. I lived off Dunlap out here before, and I'm like, damn, this is close to home.
Calling out specifics.
Man, it's very a lot of people on drugs, just basically in the streets, deal with all of that. So y'all know, yeah,
Driving at night around certain cities for the driver stuff. Yeah. Seen some sketchy ass shit. Been involved in a couple things, but I guess to switch notes a little bit and get more on the theme of the conversation and everything. What do you remember the first time you smoked?
first time I smoked was a New Year's Eve, freshman year, high school, and I was outside. It was cold as fuck. It was snowing. And I went to the suburb. I used to go to the suburbs called Bolingbrook from Chicago. My friend lived out there. And we had a DJ that had a little recording situation in his basement. It literally was a record player, a mic hanging from the ceiling, and I don't know what he recorded us. So it was like a little tape thing, like tape to tape. Yeah, that night we went behind his high school and rolled up a Philly blunt. I rolled the fat ones, the long, big, fat ones. And I'm
You
sure
remember the flavor?
it was mid, probably Mexican brick weed. But it worked because I had never smoked. So
Right.
Oh yeah.
it got me high as hell. And I was
Okay,
like,
man.
wow, I could freestyle better That's when I noticed immediately,
Okay.
like, I could freestyle off of this shit. I could come up with words easy. Like, so the weed does like it feel like a steroid when I smoke and write or freestyle, but I could do it without the weed too.
So is that so? Freshman year of high school, you were already making music.
Yep. I mean, no.
Oh,
See, the thing is, when I was rapping in the 90s, when I first started, you weren't talking about what you really did because you had to present this to your parents. Said I could curse and everything, so I used to be killing people in my raps, which I had never did before.
right.
But I wasn't gonna tell them I'm smoking weed because they'd have knew that was real. Like,
Yeah, like, okay, yeah. Like, how'd you know you cut a Philly, huh? How do you know?
These directions seem oddly specific.
right? Yeah. So I did not talk about weed consumption in my raps until I like moved out of my mama's house.
Out in Arizona, you've been here since '04.
No, 2014.
Oh, 14. So that's a nice little bit. 6 coming up on 7 years kind of thing.
Shit, coming up on 9.
Oh yeah, I can't do math.
I thought I took the bong hit.
December 2014 is when I moved here, right before Christmas. So, and I performed. One of my first shows was opening up for Mystical for the Super Bowl. Ironically, it was the Super Bowl in Arizona in 2015, and my like second or third show was with Mystical, just me and Mystical in Tempe.
That's cool.
Dope.
Super dope. I was like, damn. But this Super Bowl weekend far surpassed that shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't even performed.
You're getting into the mix, huh?
Yeah, I really found out where I stand in the city this weekend. I love it.
Hell yeah. Dope. So what do you got going on locally?
As you know, 2 Joint Tuesdays and
Hey.
Wax Wednesdays. I'm the host. People think I run the show, but I really don't.
Okay.
But I get leaned on a lot by the people who do run it, so I can see why it's like that.
Okay.
But I host those events during the week, and I get booked to do shows all over the place. Some are weed events, some just regular, just music events. Definitely record at a lot of different studios around the valley, and just be in the mix, networking, trying to turn 15 cents into $1 million. You know, rubbing elbows, networking. I was working from home today and had a millionaire calling me from this weekend. Like, I'm trying to help you do this, and this. So making the right friends finally. It took a while, but
You've been doing music professionally since '04.
yeah.
When's that new drop?
Keep getting pushed back because I keep coming with more heat. Honestly, I plan on dropping 2 albums this year. The first one will be Belly 2. I have a first Belly that's already out there that you can go stream on all platforms. I call it Belly because I felt like a piece of my life was close to the movie Belly. I have my own version. If you watch that, that's Nas and DMX movie. Very classic culture, classic for hip hop. So this version, Belly 2, will be a little older, more mature Monster Beast, but still telling my story. And should come out end of March. And then God's Mission will come out in the last quarter of this year, like between September and December. So be looking for those 2. Hopefully I don't push this first one back for too much more because it's supposed to came out last year. But I keep coming with, I got so much heat, man. I got too much music to put out. I wish I could put 3 of them out in a year, but I don't want to oversaturate the market.
I mean, two in 1 year is pretty good.
Yeah, I've done 3 before, and it's a lot of work and a lot of money, but then you can return a lot too at the same time. So it's like But having a family, putting out 2 would be enough for me. If I was a solo guy, I probably could put out 4 albums in a year.
Yeah.
But I'm not single no more.
Gotta
Trade
slow
offs in
down
life,
a little
yeah.
bit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get time to the family. Doing it for your last name.
What you smoking on?
What is this? What he said this? I think it's cereal milk.
Let's see that go
Yeah,
around.
right. That's a popular strain.
Yeah.
Smoking on some cereal milk out of camo wrap. Shout out to Afghan Hemp. That's who make these. These are actually natural chamomile leaf wraps.
Oh, we tried those in Colorado, right? At Immersive.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was like, man, that looks familiar.
Right.
Chamomile. Now I remember.
They
Yeah, those are
burn
cool.
slow.
The high teas. Have you tried those?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, there's
Yeah, I've
What
only ever
about the-
found them at my gas station.
What?
Never seen them anywhere
like-
else.
the same kind of tea leaf thing.
But yeah, they're like tea leaves.
That's what that is, right?
Nah.
Or is it
I don't
infused?
know. This is just chamomile wraps. Like, I'll try 'em.
I think that's what that is.
It's the same thing, and I
That
learned
shit
something.
burns slow, right? That because that's
Yeah.
what they got these cones too. These goji cones.
Oh, the koji berry.
Yeah, those are pretty dank, and now they got them as the wraps for King Palm. So I'm interested to try those. But
Yeah, I fuck with King Palm too.
yeah, to me, you like the little flavor thing.
I don't know how I feel about those because I can't activate them.
You talking about
Squeeze 'em?
these?
Yeah, with the squeezers.
Yeah, I only used one so far, but
Dang.
I was scared to get any other flavor. Banana is my only flavor I want to mess with. And I put it in a vanilla wrap, so I'm like thinking banana pudding. But I feel like if you got real good weed, you don't need that shit.
All
So
that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the flavor thing. It's too much. I
Yeah, I
like the
try
taste
to-
of the weed.
That's why I like camos, because they're not overpowering. The flavor is there, but you barely, it's like a hint of the flavor. You can really
Right.
taste your weed.
You ever smoked out of the rose petals? Remember when that was a thing?
Yes. Shout out to
Really
one of my fans. One of my fans used to bring that to a sesh that I hosted back in the day called Private Sector here. Lady named April Abril. Man, she used to bring rose blunts every sesh. They were kind of hard. They were kind of
It was
coming apart. Now they done made cones out of them, so they're a
Yeah.
little easier to make. But she used to make them out of roses from her garden type shit.
been there for sure.
Rolling them up.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who come to the sessions with gifts, man. That shit is a blessing.
With all this stuff going on, favorite strain and your favorite way to smoke that strain.
Right now, shit. Favorite strain is hard, man. I'm an OG guy, but it's so many like
Give me a top three. Give me a top three.
okay. Mountain High Gelato, which I just had. It's like a higher testing gelato. That's in the top three, no particular order. San Fernando Valley OG.
No, that's
Okay.
a classic.
Shit tastes so good. And then the darker the runts, the better. So either Obama runts or Dr. Sabi runts. Fire.
That's the perps.
No, it's
Oh.
just dark.
Okay.
They not perp. They like, I call them black man runts because they Obama and Dr. Sabi.
Yeah, I was like,
They look black damn near.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with those.
Yeah.
strains.
All right.
I mean,
Those
these
like
are
indica type shits is what you like?
yeah, most of them are indica heavy hybrids. So they give you that punch with the taste. But
Okay.
the OG, that's straight indica. But
Gotta be careful with those because I got shit to do. I can't.
see,
That shit killed me.
I do it while I got shit to do. But you know
Yes.
what helps? My attitude is fucked up. I have a short temper, but nobody knows that because I stay medicated through indicas. So I'm happy and laid back and kind of looking tired because I'm high. If I didn't get high before I came to work, I probably would have cussed your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Even at shows, like if I didn't get high with all of the bullshit that goes on before and during the show,
Uh-huh.
I probably would have cut somebody out and beat somebody up. Like, but that never happens because I be high.
You got something new coming out? Like not music wise, but like a planned project or something.
I just got a sponsor for a THC syrup. They're called House of Frutas,
Okay.
based out of Arizona. So we collabing right now and making a kind of a THC soft drink. Cause I have my own drink called Dope Juice. And his is called HOF. So I don't know what to call it yet, but we probably just put our two logos together on the bottle and sell that shit.
Okay.
But we've been giving out testers and it's been coming back good. So tomorrow, come out to 2 Joint Tuesday, you might get a double cup of that dope juice and House of Fruits.
Let's
Oh
go.
shit.
Is it it's gonna be a carbonated kind of thing?
Nah, it's
Oh,
water and juice based.
okay.
So it's not. I know pop is heavy, man, and I'm a bigger guy, and I've been trying to stay away from pop and shit. So I don't want to sell nothing like that I'm not drinking that much. So I'll drink it if somebody bring me an exotic pop, you know. But if I'm gonna make it myself, I'll put the water juice flavor based drink with the syrup, and I've been drinking it today. Feel great.
I feel
Seal of
fantastic.
approval. Yeah.
Fantastic, and I could go to sleep when I want to. It's not no sativa shit.
Right. Yeah, sometimes that gets rough because I try to stay away from the indicas because it makes me really tired and then I don't do shit. And so I lean into sativas, but if I do that too long, then
You be up, just
Yeah.
up. Like, what do you do to bring yourself back down if you only have sativas in your house?
so what ends up happening is I'm like, oh shit, it's 4 a.m. and I'm just like here on the computer doing shit like it's 2 listening to music, you know. And what's really if I listen to there's certain music, so if I listen to like jazz, like a high tempo like bebop,
Yeah,
I'll fucking off some sativa, I'll just sit here and grind away on whatever comes in my head.
What a grandpa.
Just straight up. I don't know what it is, dog. It just it's like,
that's good on getting work done. Shit, I don't
Yeah,
blame
until
you.
it's 5 and I'm like, damn, I had to do shit. So then I have shit to do. I can't smoke the indica. Well, I can't smoke a sativa for a whole week straight. I
Yeah,
got
that's
shit to do.
not life. Like, what are you doing? No, what y'all smoking on?
Honestly, I don't know. My cousin was just here, and whatever he had up on his tray
He
that he left
blessed
on the
us.
tray, yeah, we just loaded it in the bowl, and I don't even know.
And then I will say this: I got one of these clean. Is that what it is? But it's peach flavored and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, peach. It remind you of the peach White Owls or something, huh? Oh, it's a
Man.
cart.
Yeah, it's
Cart.
disposable, but it's also rechargeable.
Damn.
It was a 2 gram cart. Never seen anything like it. I was like, all right, I'll fuck with it.
Big boy shit. Yeah. So it give you a lot of meds, but it tastes bad. Huh?
It's very peachy,
Yeah, it's just overwhelmingly peachy.
which for me is not my favorite, but it's not so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, 2 grams of it, though, I don't know.
Yeah, you're like, ugh. A
It
lot
takes
of
me
hooch.
forever to smoke a cart because I'm a flower guy and I'm turning into a concentrate guy. Like I started doing dabs a lot more now.
Yeah.
Cause I get tired of rolling up. I get tired of tasting blunts. I want to just taste the weed. So I'm definitely switching more towards concentrates.
Terps, you terp chasing.
Oh no, I love smoking blunts. Perhaps my favorite thing ever.
I can never stop because my wife loves them too. So they stay in rotation. I just don't have to roll them no more.
Yeah.
That's the fucking life
Yeah.
right there. You,
You
you
know,
smoke tobacco blunts?
Mm-mm.
When'd you give
Only
that
with
up?
the homies, like if y'all pass me a tobacco blunt, I know it's a lot of weed in it, and I'm not gonna taste a backwood or whatever the hell it's in. I'll smoke it, but yeah, I'm picky. Like I probably would smoke a White Owl again or a
Okay.
Philly.
gotta be a
Uh-huh.
Dutch master.
Yeah, some type of leaf or grab leaf.
I'm 100% Dutch master all the way.
Dutch master?
Yeah,
I don't like none of that.
I like the
That was
Dutch
life for about 5 years. 5 of my years was definitely Dutch Master.
Dutch master. Yeah, I
Slash
get.
most.
I would say this Dutch master cognacs seem softer.
Cool. That I
than
just had one a Al Capone leaf with cognac dipped.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
Sticky.
seem they seem a little bit softer consistently than the other ones for some reason.
So the Dutch Master one.
Yeah, on the cognacs, I love them.
Gotta
See,
try the.
I was chasing that. I bought that because I don't even smoke tobacco, but the fact that it was dipped in cognac, I
Mm.
remember back in the 90s, like literally when I graduated high school, I was like, fuck, I used to get these soft ass wraps. It was leaf, and they came out of a foil, and it smelled like cognac, and it was fresh as fuck. Like you'll never get it like that again. But the ones we have nowadays, they kind of dry, but they reminded me of that 90s shit. That's why I bought it this last weekend. I was like, damn, this take me back like a motherfucker. Love that shit.
I used to smoke in high school. My favorite ones because I stopped smoking tobacco once a while when I worked at a smoke shop and I had hemp ones to try, and then
Yeah.
it was just like once I turned that shit off, I I don't like it. I'll hit it, smoke it with the homies, but
I force it upon
like you
me.
said, you'd like smoke a backwood. I'm not. I will not smoke backwood.
I get
I will
I
not
won't
smoke
roll
it.
it up myself. I'll smoke it from the homies. Like they'll pass it to me, and I'll hit it a couple
Uh,
times.
I
that
get
should give
so
me a headache.
crossfaded off of
Yeah,
backwood.
that shit gives me a headache now.
But
It's like,
also, I roll these grizzly bears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fat
oh,
boy.
man. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe if it was enough weed, but I feel like it'd have to be a lot for a
It's
backwood.
never enough weed to cover up how harsh it is, but it is so delightful for some reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah, it's something about that shit, man. I
think
like
it
to roll up
fits
something
the
fat.
crossfade.
5 packs of Swishers though back in the day, or the 5 pack of icy Optimos.
Oh,
Like
The icy.
don't bring
icy
back the
Optimos.
memories. That shit got. It's like once I stopped smoking that, it was like I'll never go back here. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Peach White Owls, white grape White Owls. Ugh. Ugh. Shit's disgusting. But if you're smoking gas out of it, so all more power to you, but not me.
Would you rather have a bunch of the shittiest weed, but all of your homies to smoke with it? Or would you rather have the best weed you've ever smoked, but you gotta smoke it by yourself?
My homies don't want shitty weed, so I might as well pick the good weed and smoke it. They'd appreciate me more and not talk bad about me. Like, bro, you had us smoking all of this meat.
All this boof cake.
They didn't even smoke it. They just left it on the table.
This ain't shit. Man.
That's a legit answer. I'm not mad at that.
No man.
That seems to be the only answer for me. Like, yeah, it's cool. You definitely want to smoke with homies. That's the thing. Like, it's a social thing. Not for everybody, because I smoke by myself all the time too, but because it's medicine. But I mean, I gotta have at least some decent, to have a crowd with it. Like, I don't want y'all to leave. Like, man, this fool had us smoking. Literally yesterday, while we was watching the Super Bowl, somebody I was smoking with, like in the room, I was at the Clarendon Hotel, and he was smoking gas with us. When he left, he pulled out a bowl and put some mid in there. So I thought I didn't know it was mid till I picked up a bud. I was like, damn, homie left like a bowl of weed. Like, cool. I picked it up. I'm like, hell no, I'm not rolling that shit. It's there for the look. Somebody asked, what's that? What can I smoke? I'm like, you don't want to smoke that. It's there for the look. It's there for the aesthetic.
How did you like that Clarendon thing? Did you play with play Madden? You play Madden?
Nah, that was Friday. I didn't go to anything Friday. I just went Saturday night. That's why I went after I left the Central Park. I was VIP. Somebody set me up with VIP there, so I went there Saturday, and it wasn't all that many people there, but I got to talk to some people that was running it, and then like the people that had the flowers and shit there, so they was like putting me on. But yesterday was lit as fuck. Like
The day of.
the day of the Super Bowl. That Heisman room, like on the first floor, they had a Heisman room. Man, shout out to Heisman and Jeter. They came in there throwing these pre-rolls that was so dope. Got a Ricky Williams like jersey and number. I gotta show it to you. It's on my Instagram. That shit was dope as hell. dope. I'm like, yeah, this how you do it. And I went back there because I talked to the people who was running that shit. And they were like, yeah, we want to get you to come to Vegas and Cali and work with us. Woo, woo. So off of good faith, I just invited all of my followers to come, and so many of the homies pulled up. People was like, bro, did you get paid to do this? I'm like, I got paid yesterday. Today I showed some love, but they see my value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, that's dope.
Gotta do shit like that sometimes.
How does someone link up with you when you got the next thing popping? Like that? Like where they
follow me on my socials. Moss the Beast on Instagram, everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, MOSSDA Beast. Yeah, that's the easiest way to see what's going on. If you really want to tap me on my shoulder, say, hey, send me stuff when you about to do stuff. Some people need that little extra, hey, I don't really be on social media, so can you text it to my phone or can you send it to my DM? I go the extra mile and do that because I want to see my people in the building. And it only take me 10 minutes, of clicking on the phone. I'm an iPhone Pro user, so I've been having an iPhone since the iPhone came out. So I know how to get the word out to a lot of people real fast. Yeah, man. Shout out to the blue iMessage gang. No green messages over here.
Let's go. Only top tier, only blue messages.
Hey, gotta have some type of standards in life. You ain't walking around kissing ugly girls, is you?
Goodness. They're very sweethearts, but I think, yeah, man, I think that's dope. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. On the show. It's nice chopping it up with you. I never really, kicked it. Been to the things, the 2 Joint Tuesday, all that. Pretty dope.
Yes, appreciate your shout out too, man. That definitely was a good look. I just shared it again today. Like, yeah, that was him. So I appreciate that shit.
Sure. Well, more stuff in the future for sure.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anytime y'all want to have me, just let me know. I'll pull up on the pod. One time we'll have to do it in person so we can really smoke together.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right on, man.
All right, y'all. Salute.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. Thanks for waiting. We're a little late. Appreciate you on that.
All good, man. We stoners.
Facts. I'm lit. Like I hadn't really smoked throughout the day, and I hit that shit. And I was like before we went on to, and I'm like, oh man.
Well, now I'm have to take my cold taste.
Yeah.
We will do that.
Straight. Right on, homie.
But all right, brother.
Fuck.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
Peace out.
Peace.